Definitely looks rustic, and we're completely fogged in up here, but definitely interesting. We are now getting our first glimpse of the natural termales, and I don't know if you can see on the screen, but the water down there is just beautiful turquoise color.
In this video, I'll be taking you to Los Nevados National Park, and we start our adventure in the bus terminal in the city of Pereira.
Alright, so we have our group of 5 people, and we have Rick with his new Colombian cowboy hat, looking very suave. So we're looking for a ticket booth to Manizales, and we're going to be going up into the mountains called Los Nevados. And it's one of the 2 nicest national parks, in my opinion, with the mountains that I know of. So looking forward to this quite a bit. Just so that you know, if you ever rent a car here in Colombia, there's a lot of toll booths all over the country, so you'll be paying to drive along the highways.
The drive from the bus terminal in Pereira to the bus terminal in Manizales takes approximately 45 to 55 minutes. And once you get outside the city of Pereira, you start going higher and higher up into the mountains. But believe me, in comparison to how much further we had to go to get up into Los Nevados mountains, well, you ain't seen nothing yet.
We are now in Manizales, and we're about to get on the cable car, which is Cable Aéreo, and we're on our way to Villa Maria.
There are several different areas of Parque Nacional Los Nevados, and to get to those areas you have to start from different starting points. For the first part of our adventure, we were starting from the small town of Villa Maria, and so we caught the cable car from Manizales to Villa Maria.
Cable car now on our way to Villa Maria, and if by chance you ever come here, it's only 2,000 per person. That's less than $1. And then we're going to try to negotiate a decent deal with a Jeep driver, and then we're going to head up into the mountains of Los Nevados, Parque Nacional Los Nevados. It's going to be a good day. Saying presto changeo, and we're right at the main plaza of Villa Maria.
The cable car will take you directly to the main plaza in Villa Maria, and that's where you'll find all the jeeps and the drivers hanging out.
Villa Maria is in Departamento Caldas.
Before we went looking for a Jeep driver, however, it was time for breakfast.
Time for breakfast. Yes, I do know. Huevos con arroz y frijoles, eggs with rice and beans. Estoy aquí en el restaurante para el desayuno. They're cutting things up nice and fresh. And think it's going to be a very filling breakfast. This is it, breakfast, desayuno, huevos, some papas, french fries, of course the obligatory arepa con queso, chorizo, y frijoles con arroz. Beans and rice, chorizo, that meat, and arepa with cheese, and a big thing of delicious chocolate, hot chocolate.
Not exactly my version of a healthy breakfast, but if you're in Colombia, that's the kind of thing that they typically have. Now we're back at the main square, and I decided to just take a quick wander just to show you what some of the old farmers in their cowboy hats look like.
In our plans, we just had breakfast, and last time we were here there was a whole bunch of jeeps, but that was a weekday and this is the weekend, Saturday, so we're having actually a really hard time finding a jeep driver to take us up into the mountains. There's a couple small jeeps kicking around, but they're a little bit too small, so we'll just have to keep hoping and trying, and we'll check back in hopefully after we get ourselves a jeep. Alright, after some tough negotiations, we have a Jeep driver, but he's almost doubled the price because he kind of knows we're desperate, even though my friends are Colombian. He's given us a pretty high price, but not much we can do, so it's 80,000 pesos per person, or slightly under, which is about 35 Canadian dollars for a whole day excursion that'll take us into the night. So I mean that's not bad, but by Colombian standards it's a little bit expensive, but c'est la vie, it'll be a good day. Okay, here we go, up into the mountain. For the rest of the trip. Sorry if it's a little bumpy. Just making a quick little stop so I can take a photo or a video of this waterfall over there, but there will be nicer ones to come yet, so stay tuned for more. Carlos has got his big lens out, trying to show off the big lens. Is he happy with his photo? Is he happy with his photo?
Oh, yes.
Oh. Rather nice mural along the way. And kind of an old-fashioned cable car. That's kind of cool. If we had more time, I wouldn't mind going on that. This is the waterfall I was most looking forward to seeing. Beautiful.
Mira, Thomas.
Sí.
Look at these pictures he took one time he walked down there.
Allá, de allá, tomadas de allá.
Ah, sí. Hermosa.
This first photo that you're looking at was actually taken on a previous trip that I did with Carlos. Now, as far as the second photo is concerned, this waterfall, Las Nevados, is actually further along, but we didn't quite get that far on this particular day, and we turned around at the first waterfall.
Alright, so we've changed our plans about 3 or 4 different times, and we're turning around at this waterfall, and we're heading back to Manizales in the Jeep, and then we're going to go a route that I've never been before, which I'm looking forward to, so I'm quite happy about our new plan, turning around early. And then we're heading up towards the glacier region in Nevados, Los Nevados. Now on the route to another route to Los Nevados and the place where we're staying tonight, and we're down to 3 people now. Our friend who is wearing the blue shirt wasn't feeling very well, so he took off back to Pereira when we got back to Manizales, and then the other lady, she went with him for reasons I won't bother getting into, but anyway, the 3 amigos are continuing on. And we're going up into the mountains, and it's getting kind of misty and a little chilly, quite frankly. Going up into the mountains. I really like the way the fog is just rolling up into the mountains here. It's just a really nice transition point. Kind of cool. mountains. Pretty cool.
It seemed as though the fog was chasing us up into the mountains. And as you'll see soon enough, the fog definitely won.
No es tan lejos, dice la carretera es muy mala. Ahí 20 minutos demoramos. Es muy mala la carretera. Aquí para abajo es malísimo.
I really didn't know what kind of scenery we were going to see along the way, but it just got more and more spectacular, starting with this waterfall.
Wow, this spot is really cool. All right, well, we just made it to the place where we're staying. Definitely looks rustic, and we're completely fogged in up here, but definitely interesting. Very bumpy ride for about an hour. Apparently it's going to be 10,000 pesos per night here. It's not even $5 Canadian, so that's a good price. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what tomorrow's like. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of a break from the fog.
I think we can start going in. Okay.
Yeah, it's a very interesting place. Lots of character. ¿Cómo estás? Me llamo Tomás.
Mucho gusto, Gonzalo.
Mucho gusto. Ricardo. Mucho gusto, Ricardo. Alright, so we're having agua de panela, and we all figure it's close to, what, about 0 degrees up here. We got a nice warm stove here. Caliente. Yeah.
Acá por este caminito para acá, aquí a las corralejas, estuve nadando encima, sigue un caminito para y se ve muy bonito el nevado, si está despejado. El cañón por donde bajó la avalancha se ve de ahí encima todo. ¿Oyó?
Bueno, okay.
Entonces por la mañana pues, de ahí se ve el nevado bien espejadito ahí al frente.
Sí.
Entonces para que tomen la foto.
Listo, entonces a las 5 que para ver el amanecer y enviar como, ojalá que esté
No
despejado.
puede ser que esté despejado,
Sí.
sí. De pronto sí, por lo que todo el día está cerrado.
Okay.
So I just was informed we get up at 5 a.m. tomorrow.
5 a.m. and hopefully it will be clear,
Yeah.
and because today the weather has been all like this
Oh yeah.
since the morning. So she's telling at 5 in the morning, if it's clear, we can go up a little bit there in the hill.
Yeah.
So you can see the canyon, you'll be able to see the Nevado.
Yeah. We have an astronaut here, a man from space.
Casi le dan el nombre. Es Enrique.
After a rather horrible night's sleep on one of the hardest beds that I've ever slept on, we were at least greeted to this beautiful, clear view in the morning. Take note that approximately half the photos added to this video were taken by my friend Carlos, who's a full-time professional photographer from the city of Pereira. You can find his work on Instagram or Facebook under capetofoto, which is spelled C-A-P-E-T-O-F-O-T-O.
Lots of activity here today. Whole bunch of milk being delivered. Bad news is my camera crapped out on me and isn't working, so that's not so good, but that'll make for another change of plans. I'll have to get my camera repaired. Alright, so we're heading to Las Termales, the hot springs now. Apparently it's about a half an hour walk, and there's no electricity at the place where we're staying, so I'm down to my last 20 minutes or so of battery life, so I'm going to have to try to be fairly selective about what I'm shooting, but we'll see how it is when we get down there. It should be interesting. Lejones?
Frailejones.
Okay, that's what all these unique looking plants are that almost look like they're part cactus and stunted palm trees. Alright, so we ended up going the wrong road, so we had to do a bunch of bushwhacking. And wasn't terribly fun, but it will save us about 45 minutes of walking back from where we just came from and going on the right road. anyhow, part of the adventure. We are now getting our first glimpse of the natural termales, and I don't know if you can see on the screen, but the water down there is just beautiful turquoise color, and obviously you can see the steam, so it's pretty hot. Basically, we've been told that we want to go a little bit further because this water might be too hot, but I will scamper on down there and get a close-up, and I'll stick my finger in the water, and one that I don't use that often, and see how hot it is. That's just absolutely beautiful. So we just did a field test, and it's actually quite chilly. Not too hot? Wow. Interesting. Okay, yeah, there's actually a little tunnel of water coming right here where the hot, but right there, that part of the creek is actually cold. So yeah, we have to find the exact right mix, and we brought our swimming trunks, so we'll have to check in when we find the right temperature. And a very, very strong sulfur smell too. It's just a really unique, amazing spot that you won't find in too many areas of the world. Wow. So cool. Alright, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I'm going to feel the water and see how hot it is. Pretty hot. Well, we found a spot where the water's just right, just trying to get the camera out of the steam. So it looks like a little mermaid on this rock. No? Okay. Yeah, the water's quite nice. Just right temperature. Very warm. Very comfortable. Just like a nice hot tub.
If we hadn't taken a wrong turn on the way down to the termales, it probably would have taken us at least 45 minutes to get to the main hot springs. On the way back, here's another story. It took us a good hour and a half to get back to where we were staying. One of the reasons why is because we were at 4,000 meters in altitude, and so quite frankly we were all sucking for air. Now the scene that you're looking at right now is literally just 60 seconds down the road from where we were just staying. And the view of the valley as the fog was rolling in was really spectacular. Textures and the colors in the rock were really quite amazing. And in case you're wondering, the last time that the volcano erupted was back in 1985. And the name of the volcano, which by the way you can see a plume of smoke consistently coming from it, is Nevado del Ruiz. Well, that's going to wrap things up for part 1. In part 2, we'll pick up right where we're leaving off right here with this beautiful waterfall. Also, after my camera was fixed 3 weeks later, I did a solo venture up into Parque Nacional Los Nevados for 4 nights and 4 days. I did some hiking off the beaten path up into the mountains, and I found some pretty extraordinary places, so you won't want to miss that. If you enjoyed this video, please click on like, and if you want to see more in the future, I'd appreciate it if you'd click on subscribe. Thanks for watching, and until next time, hasta luego.